Hello, I'm Herb Halling, and I'm a member of the Los Angeles International Fern Society. What I'm going to show you today would be some of my plants here in my greenhouse. But you need to realize that even though I'm a member of the Los Angeles Fern Society, what you see in this video are my own opinions. It may or may not be that of the International Fern Society. But I am pretty knowledgeable, and I haven't had too many complaints. Well, I've had any complaints, as a matter of fact. What I'm going to show you today is my Hula Hands. Hula Hands is in the hillii family. And it's got really cute little fingers that come out like hula hands. So let's take a picture of that. This is my Platycerium hillii Hula Hands. And I think you can figure out why it's called a Hula Hands. Look at the fingers on the fronds. It's got a wide frond, which kind of puts it in the hillii family, and the shield frond, even though it kind of forms a catch basin, it's also a little bit restrictive in the sense that it doesn't allow a lot of water into the deal, because this Hula Hands or hillii normally come from a wetter climates, so that the shield fronds tend to close up at the top, limiting the amount of water that gets in. Got a brand new shield frond here that's just come out. You can see all the little tiny fingers. Let me hold this up. Little tiny fingers. So we got one major fork and then two other forks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forks on the littler fingers. I got a brand new one coming up here, a little tiny baby. This frond down here is a lot older, and you can see it's got spore patches on it. The spore patches run from the tip all the way back to maybe 1/3 the length of the frond. Here's another fertile frond here with spore patches on it. It's a little younger. Here's another frond up here with spore patches on it. This spore looks like it's pretty well getting ripe to the point where it can be harvested. There are certain times of the year when you want to harvest your spore. Okay, the spore has got to be collected when it's ripe, and it takes several years. It's going to take 6 months to a year to start getting prothalia. Then from that prothalia you can pull out some individual staghorn ferns and give them another 5-10 years to grow into something that's big enough to put on a board maybe. I haven't reached that point. I'm 74 years of age. I don't know if I'm going to reach that point. But I'm having fun with my spore farm. Okay, we got it under my hillii here. Don't know how well this is going to focus, but I have a nice pup growing off there. It's almost large enough to pull off and put on its own board. And come around to the other side here, and I've got a little even larger pup. And that's probably large enough to pull off and put on another board. But I'll wait a while. It's got 2 fronds coming out now. I'll wait a while until it gets a little bigger. I'm in no hurry. And this has been on this board. This is a 18 by 16 by 14 board, it looks like. And in January, February, March of 2015 is when I put it on this board. And I've concluded that the larger boards, like this one down here, or this one here, all of my new mountings go on an 18 by 18 inch board, because started to outgrow my smaller boards, like this one here. This is a hillii Jimmy, and it'll outgrow that board by next year. So I put, you know, it started off pretty small, but it'll get larger. That's another hillii Hula Hands. I received a very large one with, I was able to cut maybe 10 pups off of it, and some of them are very big fronds, like this one here. See if I can get my hand down here for comparison. And it's got some very big spore patches. This is a fairly new frond here, and the spore patches are really white. Or this frond down here is older, probably ready to be cut off. But look how old and brown the spore patches there. They're spent. So that is another Hula Hands. What do you call it? Hillii Hula Hands. I should have some more here. Here's another Hula Hands down here. Again, this is part of the big plant that I was able to cut up. Brand new frond coming out here, and another one coming out from underneath it there. And this frond over here, that's two different plants, it looks like. This frond over here is felt relatively new and doesn't have any spore patches yet. This might be a different plant down here even. So that's another Hula Hands there. The buds are all so close together, I don't dare separating them. I guess that concludes the introduction here on the oh, I know what I want to show you. I want to show you my swamp cooler. In my greenhouse here, I'm only about 2 or 3 miles from the beach, so it doesn't get really hot here, but it does get a little dry at times. But I have this swamp cooler going, and there was a fan there that I keep it on low, and it circulates the air in here. And then there's an evaporative cooler on the back side of it. It's all part of the same box that keeps the humidity up. So that's my secret to my greenhouse. Everybody's got to experiment and try different things, but putting this swamp cooler in the greenhouse has done very good for keeping my plants dry. I don't care if it gets up to 150 degrees. As long as the humidity is high, it's not going to kill your plants. It's when they get to dry out and really dry out with high temperature and low humidity, that's what kills the staghorns. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video about my Hula Hands. If you like this video and you think other staghorn fern lovers would want to know what the cultivar hillii Hula Hands is all about, Platycerium hillii Hula Hands, please click on the thumbs up button below, and that tells YouTube that this is a good video. It makes it available to other YouTube watchers. And I've got some other videos coming up that should be interesting. Click on the subscribe button and you'll be notified when they're released. Because of my arm right now, I've been publishing a lot of videos in the last week, but I may have to slow down because I'm having trouble with this cast and the keyboard. They just not designed to work with each other. That's it for now. And if you want to come to the Los Angeles Fern Society meeting, we meet the third Friday of the month at the Los Angeles Arboretum in Arcadia, up there by Santa Anita Racetrack. And as we say at USC, fight on, fellow Trojans.